Hello, hi. So, video 3 as promised. Sorry it's been a while, but time and all that, and getting the materials, but hey ho. Anyway, so we got our knife here. Now I was going to make it out of leather or rawhide, but then I found some bamboo. I think that's a nice bit of bamboo. I was getting some pallets from a well-known flooring company that let me have their old pallets for other projects, and they gave me, there was this thing. I think it's a bit of a floor separator or something, but it is made of bamboo, and I got a good like 4 or 5 metres of this. So I cut them 2 little sections off which were together. They had that on there, so I took this off with a chisel and chopped this into 2 halves to fit the length of the blade. So what we're going to do is work with these. So I think what I'm going to do is just get a nice sharp chisel and clean up this so it's a nice flat surface to work on. And quite nice working with bamboo because it does everything you want it to. Very good material. I think even today the Chinese still use it scaffolding when they're putting the buildings up. If it's good enough for scaffolding, it's good enough for our knife sheath. So now they're smoothed off, so I can at least run my hand. They're quite flat. There's a certain way they go together. Again, we'll work on that when we come to it. So the first thing I want to do now is remove that and try and draw out the pattern of the blade on here so we know where we're going to take the excess wood out. So just hang it over the edge of your chopping board or whatever surface you're using so it's nice and flush. It's hitting on there. We just want to draw around it with a pencil. Nothing fancy, it's just a guideline so we know how much material to take out. Note of safety, just watch your fingers because you are got your fingers on the blade now. Obviously you know that. And we're going to want to do this both sides. Then we're left with the pattern of the blade. So just tie it up a bit. Just make them lines a bit more darker. Obviously we paint that both sides like I said, and just want to measure it up, check your 2. See what I do is where I got the ends here of it, I strike a little line across the top. I do that both ways and now I know that lines up. That's one side chiselled out, and what I've done is I haven't used a hammer, I've just scraped it along to get the right depth. Now I've still got all these shavings. I'm going to save these because apparently they're flammable, but that's for another video. There's the idea. We've got it dug out, it's smooth in there, and we're going to work on the other side. I might have to come back to this, it might not be deep enough, but we won't know until they're both lined up. So I'm going to show you how I did that one. What I do, put it in the vise, pretty straight. Oh, excuse me. Right. When I get a Stanley knife, yeah, sharp blade for this helps. You just want to carefully score a line along your pencil mark. No, don't press too hard. Just one, and then just keep going, make a couple of lines. And then do the curve side. And and a second line, just for depth. Scored that, and now we should be able just to put the blade at an angle. And just take the corner out of that. So hopefully I'll have to use a chisel for this. There you go. So what that's doing is now is just giving you a little bit to work off of, you see. It tapers down, and then I can just slide off of that, and then we should get a straight line. Like that. And we'll just do the same again on this side. Just take the corner out. Now you might have a better method of doing this. This is just my method. I find it easier. But everybody's got their own methods. I mean, you might not even have the same tools as me. You might even just have to do it with a Stanley knife if you haven't got a chisel. It should be a lot harder work, or you could use a Dremel if you want, but I prefer using the chisel. And what you'll get is these little knots that go across the bamboo. Once you get through them, they are pretty tough. And I've just sharpened that. That's why I want to use bamboo. It's strong. I think it's got a nice pattern to it. But we'll see how it goes. And what we want to just do is hollow the rest of this out. So we've hollowed that out. Now for the test. We line them up and we hold them tight if we can manage it. Hold them tight and take your blade. It sits in there. Lovely, perfect fit. I'm happy with that. Bit wiggly, but this is an ongoing project. It just keeps the blade safe for now. So what we want to now do is find a way of sticking them together, and then we're going to neaten all the outside of this up. So what I figured out, with a drill the smallest holes you can, toothpicks and glue. Very similar to how we did the handle with the dowels, just with toothpicks and glue. So what I'm going to do is drill 3 holes, 1, 2, 3 that side, possibly another 3 this side. I'm going to do the same on the other piece of it, and we're going to glue it all together, fill the holes full of glue, toothpick it, and do exactly what we did before. Sort of. So, just want to make sure I get them level. I'm using the weakest setting on the drill, the silliest little bit, and we're taking just a little pressure. Now, I want to take some of this off, so I want to go pretty close to there, and I think 1 there. And the drill's running out of battery. Bloody typical, so we'll put that on charge. But as you can see, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I didn't charge the drill in the end. I used my little wind up drill. I love this thing, might be simple, but it goes through it pretty quick. That quicker than the electric drill, so something wrong there. Anyway, what we're going to do now is stick these together. So I'm just going to do one last fit. No, actually, what I am going to do is just poke them in the holes. Just turn them in there, because they're pretty hard to get in. But they're going. And I might get an hammer for this. That'll do. Yeah, speed things up. And you notice I chopped these previous in half just so we can work easier with them. It's like threading a needle trying to get in the little hole. There you go. You just want to get them in there so you can pin the other bit in once it's glued. And you might have another method for doing this, but this is my method. So there we go. It looks dangerous, right? That is quite dangerous. Anyway, so what you want to do now is just fit it so it all lines up. Well, we might have a problem there. Don't matter though. I'll work with it. Yeah, they all line up. So what we want to do now is get some glue in there. In fact, what I might do is just press that in there just a little bit. Just get it all lined up before I get the glue in there, which things it's going to get bloody sticky. Okay. Okay, so the easiest option, as I was off cam for a minute there, just put it on the vise and where is it? And just use it like a bridge just to help you out. This ain't as easy as it looks. So now what I want to do is just carefully part them with a screwdriver. So I've got that gap. And I just want to test that the knife does fit in there still. Doesn't feel bad. I'll put that out of the way. Now when I get me glue, once I've moved my hammer, I just want to put a little bead of that in there all the way along. I've undone the cap on that. I'm everywhere today. There you go. Put the seep in there. We're not going to do that end obviously. Let that do its thing in there. Oops. So what I want to do, maybe just push that down because I'm going to remove a lot of this material, so bring it up to the pins. Well, I don't want to remove the bit which has got all the glue on. So you always want to spread that about in there. There you go. But you don't want to fill that with glue. That's the only problem. Otherwise you won't get your knife in. Can use a lot of that in there. Okay. So this is a very mucky job. So be prepared. Maybe have a towel or something on standby. In fact, that's a good idea. Hold on. Okay, clean my hands in. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'll move you along. Move me along. What I want to just do is now just tap that down gently. So if the camera's wiggling, or the iPhone, I can't help that. There we go. Just check that's all down, which it looks like it. Then you want to get your bog roll, or whatever you've chosen, and just wipe the excess off there. Ugh. That think we got too much in there. What I might do is put the knife back in there, I'm not sure. So get yourself a nice clamp, probably one with a spongy end, just to protect it. Bring it down to size, and just like that, just clamp it down there. I might get a second one on there, just to do the other side. It'll be even. I'm going to do this, I'll do it that way. Hang. Sorry, I don't like these ones because the heads are wiggly on this. There you go. And the other ones are being used at the moment. Don't lend your tools to anybody, because when you want them back, they never fucking give them back. And you need them, and they've got them, and you've got to improvise, and it's your bloody tool. Yeah. Do sort of just do now. Again, just go around wiping the excess off with a bit of paper. Sorry, you can't see that, can you? There you go. So I'm trying to look at this and look at the phone at the same time, and well, you can't do both. Well, you can see from that. Right, I know where you are now. There. That will do for now. Move that along. And we just want to put the blade in there, see if it fits still. Yeah, mate. Not an issue. Getting a bit of glue on there. I'm just in two minds about leaving this in there, but I don't want it getting stuck in there, you see. So it's too thin to put. Actually, I might put some cling film on there. Oh look, we're getting no glue now anyway, but I might just put some cling film on there just for safety's sake. Yeah, still getting glue. I think we're at that in cling film. Okay, so we've cling filmed up the blade now, so I'm just going to pop that in there. A bit tight, but she still fits. So I'm going to leave that in there overnight, let that dry, and then tomorrow what I'm going to do is take all these off, and then I'm going to sand it down, hopefully with my new toy I've bought. It's electric sander. And it should be alright. I'm going to find a place to pop that overnight, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so good morning. As you can see, the clamps are off. And does it release? Yeah, no problem. So I think what we want to do now is take these bloody spikes off. I think the best method is with some old wire cutters. So let's get snipping. Oh bloody hell, they go flying, they're lethal. Just tidy that up. Let's get the worst of them off, and then we get sanding that down. Watch your eyes, because these fly out everywhere. Ping! It's like clipping toenails. Okay, so that's pretty flat, so we just want to sand these down now, and we'll start making the shape we want on the sheath. With the good old sanding block, probably seen this in some other of my videos, just start taking them down a bit so they're nice and flush. I like this because it makes short work of them, like that. Okay, so I've took them down best I can, and they're safer to work with. So what I want to do now is draw out the shape I want on the sheath. So as you can see, we've got a pin here. I might just darken them up so I can see where I'm going, because I'm going to remove all this bit of material here. So I think just make a nice curve like that. Yeah, nothing fancy, just something like along them lines. Okay, so I'm thinking this shape. So we're going to remove all these side bits and we'll just be left with this side of the line. I think that looks quite nice. I'm happy with it, it just keeps the blade hidden. So what I want to do now is just cut all this off. And after a very long time cutting, sanding, the finished product is here. Not bad, you know, not bad at all. I like the I was going to give it a bit more work here, but I don't know, I like the pattern. I think what I might try and do is put some oil into that, and some teak oil. So what I'm going to be using is teak oil, the same teak oil I used for the handle in the previous videos. Now, I don't know if it's going to change the colour, because I've never done this with bamboo, but the idea is, because we took all of that shiny stuff that it grows with, it acts like a waterproofer, but obviously because we sanded it down, we took all that off. So I'm just going to replace that with some teak oil, just fill it full of oil so it's a bit more water resistant than what it is at the moment. I might do a couple of coats. We didn't change it all that much, but we've definitely got a couple of layers of oil on there, just keep it waterproof. So now I think that's finished. I like it. But the bamboo goes with the bit in there, the inlay we did. But like I said, it's not a bushcraft knife. It's just purely for dealing with meat, cutting up things, that sort of stuff. Cooking, basically, in the field. So all it is a glorified cooking knife. We got other knives for chopping wood. What I want to do is get this cling film off. One last polish up. Just sharpen that blade to a nice sharp edge. And that is it. We are done. So, after a bit of work, that's what we're left with. Not bad, bit rough, ragged around the edges, but I love it. And I've been working on the blade secretly. Look at that. Shiny, shiny. See, I didn't film that bit. I've had a bit of problem with the bloody phones and memory and stuff, so I lost that part of the video. But, nice shiny blade. And she has been sharpened. So, not bad. Just a glorified kitchen knife. So I think that concludes these videos. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Look forward to the next video. I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.